These guys are ridiculous. These guys are ridiculous.
Now, how about them damn Celtics?
And we are back with another How About Them Celtics video. Sam and I are here recording Thursday, February 15th, the day after the Celtics blew out the Nets by 50. And Jordan Walsh got a, I believe, career high 18 minutes, got some run in the first quarter, played some real minutes, and unfortunately did not play very well. The entirety of the Celtics team absolutely dominated the Nets, but Jordan Walsh just couldn't really find his footing for most of the night. His shots didn't go down. He had a turnover, some fouls. It was a rough night for the rookie. TD Garden was booing the refs every time they called a foul on him, so they're still behind him. That's not the worry, but
he hasn't lost the fans yet.
But it was not the best game for Jay Walsh. After the game, he got some advice from Kristaps Porzingis and Payton Pritchard. I don't have the video of Porzingis saying, I guess I could skip to it, but I'll just read the quote or the piece of the quote from Bobby Manning. I don't know. I said it like that. He said, quote, "He's not afraid at all."
Getting dropped.
He said he didn't have his best game effectively. Like I was there. I'll just paraphrase. Porzingis basically said, like, he would tell you this too. He didn't play his best, but you could see his defensive potential. Like he was a little rushed out there, but you can see the outline of a quality player, like a player that contributes at a high level. Payton Pritchard also spoke about Jordan Walsh after the game. I can play this clip. Shout out to Bobby K, I guess, if we're going with acronyms here. Bobby Kravitsky. I'll play the clip real quick. Our Bobby. Here we go.
Jordan's gonna be a really, really good player. And obviously, that's like his first real NBA minute. So it's probably a little nervous and energetic. So, but you'll see him, like, I see him every day working and stuff. He's gonna be a special player. Jordan's gonna be
high praise from Mr. Pritchard as well. And then also have some words, about a minute 30 clip from Jordan Walsh himself talking after the game. Shout out to Bobby Manning, other Bobby. Oh, too many Bobbies. I'm sorry. One you got to change. Sorry. I don't make the rules.
One of them is getting relegated to Bob. They're losing
I know.
back half of their first name.
But here's Jordan Walsh talking after the game as well.
So they told me after warmups that I was going to go in first and probably start the second. And so I was in my head, I was telling myself, Jordan, there's no need to be nervous. Like, this is just basketball. Like, it is. You've been doing this for a kid. And that was kind of like my message to myself, along with like stuff like do your job, like sprint the floor, be a Celtic, like represent a Celtic while you're on the court. So that was kind of like the mentality going into it. But I was definitely excited and very happy to hear that news.
And you mentioned the nerves. Is there a little bit of that going in the first compared to going in at the end of the game?
Yeah, it's a little different. It's definitely a different feeling. But luckily today it was already up 30 in the first, so it was like obviously it took some of the load off. But it's definitely a different feeling. So I think tonight I played like 18 minutes. Like it was real minutes. It was different, but I was definitely prepared for it.
Yeah, what stood out to you? The speed, the intensity, even they hit you with a couple foul calls early. What kind of stood out to just the pace of the NBA game?
Yeah, I feel like the physicality is different. Like it's on another level. It could be just small, like sneaky stuff that refs don't see, that maybe y'all don't see, or maybe we don't see. But you'll feel it. Like somebody will do it to you, and you'll definitely feel it and know that it happened. It's just small stuff like that kind of like the defense does whatever they can to get you out of your rhythm. I try to do it myself sometimes, but it happened a lot tonight while I was on the court, and obviously you got to be tough through everything, but it's definitely the physicality of it, the pace, and then just the speed of which things go from fast to slow.
Yeah, so I mean, credit to Bobby Manning. Shout out to Bob, I guess now, for taking that video for us. I think the most interesting part to me is, like you said, yeah, they told me after warmups I was going in at the end of the first. He was playing. Like, it doesn't matter like what was going to happen. So I think that's intriguing to hear. It's good to hear that they're looking to get him some more reps. Joe Mazzulla talked about after game how he's going to look at the schedule during the break, and this is fine games where he can experiment and look at stuff like what's the best game to look at different looks, to take a look at different things, which also tells you just how dominant the Celtics have been this year.
Right.
And I feel like part of that could be maybe finding some more spots for Jordan Walsh, but to hear such high praise from Pritchard and Porzingis about how he works, about how hard he goes in practice, about how good of a player he could potentially be, like hearing that from two guys who are in the rotation and one of whom is an all-star caliber player, like that's some big words for the rookie.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of funny. Joe Mazzulla was like, we're gonna see which teams suck enough for me to throw him out there again, pretty much.
He didn't say that in the context of Jordan Walsh, to be clear. He said
I
that
know, but
Gary asked
still.
him. Yeah.
It's just funny. Like, imagine like you're the Pistons and you show up and like Jordan Walsh checks in the first quarter. Like that would piss me off beyond belief, especially if you know like he had said that. As far as Walsh yesterday went, of course, like it's kind of funny. Like they won by $1 billion and he was the only guy that didn't score. But in terms of like what you actually saw from him, he was still involved. Like from what he said about wanting to represent the uniform and go out there and be a Celtic and play the way a Celtic should play, I think he's done that every single time. Like every time he has gotten an NBA game, he is always hitting the glass hard. He had a block yesterday. He's always running the floor like he said. It just hasn't worked out for him just yet. He's definitely physically got some steps to take before I think he's ready to be a full-time player in the big league rather than just the G League. He's going to put on muscle. He looks so skinny out there. And that's coming
really
from me.
skinny.
But he doesn't look super skinny. Like off the court, he does not look like he doesn't have muscle mass. But when he's out there, he literally looks like a little kid.
The NFL season is wrapping up, and there's still time to get in on the action with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets, guaranteed when you place a $5 bet. That's $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. Now, the app is so easy to use, and there are so many different ways to bet, like live same-game parlays, find bets in the new Explore tab, make a parlay in the Parlay Hub, the best way to find popular parlays, and more. So visit FanDuel.com/Boston and make your first bet a layup. FanDuel, official partner of the NFL.
Yeah. And I mean, KP after the game, as far as the advice, he was just like, if he keeps having the mindset, it's only a matter of time, like before he starts to find that consistent success. It sounds like the players are in on Jordan Walsh. And I think the important thing is, and we keep saying this whenever we talk about anybody or anything at this point, but like he is under contract for this year and then 3 more years on like a nothing deal, on the end of the bench, like minimum contract effectively. Like it is so important for the Celtics to nail these things. What'd you say? The president?
Yeah, for like 3 more years, like 4-year contract.
Oh, I was like,
yeah,
I was so confused.
I'm not picking sides. All right,
I didn't even understand the reference at first. I was like, wait, what? Anyways, I was like, what are you talking about?
Then you said it was like a nothing spot or whatever, and I was like, oh no, I got to clarify this.
Yeah, I was like, what?
I have to rail the video.
Yeah, no, Jordan Walsh goes hard in practice. He's playing well. It seems like the team is very high on him. It seems like Brad was high on him. I mean, he traded back a million times in the draft. And I feel like, I think there was a report out there that said they wanted one player, but once that guy went off the board, they were like, we're going to trade back and just take Jordan Walsh wherever we can get him. I don't remember who the player was or what that report came from, but I remember vividly, like after this guy was off the board,
might have been Chris Murray.
One of those guys traded down. I'm Googling it now, but yeah, hearing those guys speak so highly of Jordan Walsh makes me feel good about his developmental track to eventually be in the Celtics rotation in the next, maybe next year, maybe the year after.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely somebody that has the raw skill set of a rotation player, like plays defense. He is developing a 3-point shot up in Maine. He is an energetic player. Like he definitely is somebody that has the Celtic way about him. And it's kind of funny. He's become this media darling really fast. Like everybody loves him. Ever since they drafted him, I remember in the summer, like he did some Celtics community event, and I believe Bob Manning was there. And like just all the quotes that came out that day were kind of fan service stuff. Like he's like, I want to be Marcus Smart and all that stuff. But I don't think he's given anybody a reason to lose faith in him, despite not necessarily doing it in the pro level or the NBA level yet. But everything we hear up in Maine about him has been pretty good, I think. I mean, Noah is up there all the time going to games, and I mean, we see the stats. He's doing pretty good.
We got to go up there. We got to try Ironclad Eats.
That's facts.
Yeah, we gotta go check out the truck. It was Olivia Maxence Prosper, I believe, actually.
Oh, okay. He went
that
to the
they
Mavs.
wanted.
Is he doing
Yeah.
anything this year?
I don't think he's playing a ton.
I remember we had wanted that draft pick. Actually, I remember discussing that. We were like 3-and-D athletic, and I think he got off to a decent start. And when Dallas made that pick, it was well regarded. Like everyone
He's
was
a
like,
good player. He's 6'7". He's a big 3-and-D guy. He's played in 30 games this year, but he's only playing 8.5 minutes a night. His shooting has been pretty rough in those limited minutes. In the G League, however, 10 G League games, 17 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 53-39 split. So he's fine. He just needs a little bit more time to get used to everything.
lights are too bright.
Evidently so. But yeah, let us know what you think of Jordan Walsh. We assume that you all love him, and that's why we made this video, because yeah.
You'll be here no matter what.
Let us know what y'all think. Make sure to subscribe to How About Them Celtics. We appreciate you, and I'll let Sam wrap it up.
Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. We're coming at you with content every single day, so you don't want to miss any of it. Leave a like, hit the notification bell. You'll get the full pods, game recaps, talking C's with Bobby, all of it right to your inbox with the notification. Our live streams are here too, a half hour before every single game. We do go live, so you want to come hang out for that. It's a blast. You can find us on Spotify and Apple as well. You can follow us, get the full-length pods and game recaps, audio only, right to your inbox. The email, hbtcpod@gmail.com. Tell us what you think of Jordan Walsh. You can find us on social, How About Them C's, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Facebook is just the name of the podcast. Our streams are there, and on YouTube, and on Twitter. Jack's Twitter is @JacksOneNBA. Mine is at Sam LaFrance NBA. That's it for us. Bye.
Taco, come on. Taco.